Hi my friends, welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be rather a long one, so I hope you stick around to watch all of it because I think this one's going to be an interesting one and I'm not sure how many people have actually had this or heard of this. Now, as you know, curry is usually a world renowned for Indian, Britain, Korean. Well, today I'm doing a Japanese curry. Now, as I said, this is going to be a long one and you are going to need a lot of ingredients if you do it my way. If you don't, then maybe not so much. So your ingredients are going to be 2 onions chopped into quarters, 2 carrots, and you're going to cut them, I'll show you. You need 3 potatoes, 1 teaspoon of ginger, 2 cloves of garlic, half an apple grated. Obviously you need chicken, black pepper, well not obviously. Now for the curry sauce, you're going to need 1.5 teaspoons of oil. You need 4 cups of chicken stock, 1 tablespoon of honey, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, and 1 tablespoon of ketchup. And then you need 1 package of Japanese curry roux. Now the one specified was S&B and it's on Amazon, I believe. Well, I did some digging and I found the recipe for that Japanese curry powder. So you'll need 1 tablespoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of allspice, 1 bay leaf, 1 teaspoon of coriander, 1 tablespoon of cumin, 1 tablespoon of cloves, half a teaspoon of fennel, half a teaspoon of nutmeg, 1 tablespoon of cardamom, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of fenugreek seed, half a teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, half a teaspoon of ginger powder, red chili powder, and we're going to mix all that to make our curry roux. Other ingredients you're going to need for the curry roux is 7 tablespoons of butter, 3/4 cup of plain flour, and then obviously your curry powder you've already mixed or bought, 1 tablespoon of garam masala, and half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. So yeah, that's a lot. But as I said, you can cheat. But I'm going to do it the way from scratch. So I'm going to get all my ingredients ready and I'll bring you back. So as you can see, I'm already adding my spices. So bear with me because I have to find them all. Well, when I mean find them all, I mean open them and... Now you're basically putting all these spices into your, I forgot what it's called now. You know what I mean. Because you're going to mix all these together. Now you could put them in any order. I'm just putting them in the order that I've wrote down. It's just easier for me. And of course, a lot of these spices are new. Now you can always fast forward this bit. Oops. Now I didn't specify how much chili powder, so I'm putting in 1 teaspoon. So now we're going to give that all a mix. Try and make sure you break down the seed pods if you're using any of the seeds. Now that's all mixed, so that's ready and prepared. So now we're going to do the roux first, before we do the rest because we want the roux to be cooled down. So we're just basically melting the butter. And I'm doing this on a low to medium heat because you don't want to burn the butter. So let that melt down. Now I've never done this before, so I'm hoping I do this right. Once our butter is melted, we're going to stir in our flour until the roux goes golden brown. Now the roux doesn't take that long, so here we go. Now we're adding our flour. Now that isn't all of that, but like, now to that. So I've added my spice mix that we did, and we're going to mix all that in, because this will become you also put in garam masala, which I did, and that was 1 tablespoon, and then 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper, and that's your roux done. So that's what it looks like. So now we prep our rest of our vegetables while the roux is cooling down. So you're using 2 onions. Move that there to one side a while. And you're cutting the onions into wedges. Like so. You do the same with the other onion. Into wedges. So that's your onion. Then you're going to peel 2 carrots. Now that's my carrots prepped, and you're going to put them on a roll. So they look like that. So now that's my carrots done. Now you're going to cut these potatoes into quarters, like so. the next thing we prep is the apple. So I'm using a small apple. You cut it in half because you're only using half. Put that into quarters. Now I'm just going to take this middle bit out. And then I'm going to grate. So there's my apple grated. And then the next thing you need to do is cut your chicken into cubes. So I'll oil the chicken up. So we're going to add the onion. And we're going to saute them. Now I'm doing it in my wok because I thought it's fitting to do it in the wok rather than a pan, because you're not going to need a lid. Now once these are sauteed, you will be adding your garlic and your ginger. Remember I gave you the recipe split two ways, one for the roux and one for the curry. Now I think there's enough colour on them, so I'm going to add my garlic. And my ginger. Now the next thing we're going to do is add our chicken pieces. Now we're just going to cut these so they're not steamed. So you're really only colouring the chicken. Just make sure there's no pink bits left before you go to the next stage. As I said, I'm not going to speed this video up. This is a part you don't want to watch, then you can fast forward it yourself. So that's our chicken nearly done. Now we're going to add our broth. Give that a mix in. And just get the rest of the broth. And then we're going to add our grated apple. One tablespoon of honey. One tablespoon of soy sauce. Now I'm using dark soy sauce. I have both, but I'm choosing to use the dark. Your ketchup. Give that all a stir. Then you're going to add your carrots and then your potatoes. So that's the carrots. And your potatoes. So give that a stir in, make sure everything and then you're going to put that on to a simmer until your carrots and your potatoes are soft. So when that happens, I'll bring you back. Now that's part of that done. So I'm just going to give this a quick mix. Now I did add a little bit more water. And be gentle because you don't want your potatoes falling apart too much. Now we'll turn this off and we're going to use 80% of the paste we made, and I'll show you what I did with the other 20%. So we're going to put this roux in and we're going to mix it in, and then we're going to put it on a low heat. So you're mixing that roux in. So gently does that. So we're going to make sure that's mixed in before we turn it back on. As you can see, there's still some nail. So just gently keep mixing until it's all incorporated. And then we're going to put this on low. once it's all incorporated. Make sure it has. It's still a little bit stale. Just keep gently mixing everything. And then we're going to put it on low until the sauce is thickened. Now if the sauce does go too thick for you, you can always add a little bit more water. Now I have some on standby because I don't know how thick this is going to go. And it also depends on what consistency you like. So now I'm going to let this go on a low heat. And just a little bit more here. Just mix it in. And look at that, a really rich colour. Now I'm going to put this on low heat for about 5 minutes. And I cheated with my rice today. I'm using a boil in the bag one. So when that's thickened up, I'll bring it back. So my Japanese curry is done. As I said, the rice is a boil in the bag one. So I'm really looking forward to tasting this. I've never done this and it smells absolutely delicious. Now I'm hoping it tastes as good as it smells. So we're going to make sure everything's cooked. So we have a carrot and you can see that sauce. Still got that little bit of a chew, which I like. Now for the potato. Again, with a nice sauce on it. Melt in the mouth. Our chicken. You know something? That's one of the nicest curries I've had. Now that recipe would do easily 6 people and have a substantial meal like this. So yeah, the curry sauce is really flavourful. It's not spicy as in really spicy, but then again Japanese curry is not supposed to be. That is definitely flavourful. Everything's cooked really nice with that. Now we'll try some of this rice with that. I'd definitely be making that again. Now as I said, I didn't use all the powder. I put some of the rest of the powder in a jar. And the rest of the paste that we didn't use, because we only used 80%, I've put into a little bag and I'm going to freeze that. And you can use it for another time. So nothing went to waste, even if you didn't use all of the sauces in the paste. This is definitely flavourful though. If you like curries, please, give this one a go. I know it might be a lot of faffing around. I mean, you can cheat and get the Japanese roux already made, but the spices I bought, none of them cost me over €25. So obviously if you're in England, you'll probably get them cheaper. And obviously you've got the spices in there for the next time you use them spices. Spices don't go to waste. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a long one, but I really wanted to show you how to do this one. So that's all for this one. So if you like the content, please give it a like. Please consider subscribing. Click the notification bell for new uploads. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment box. I'm going to go off and devour this now. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Goodbye, my friends.